Greetings. Today is day 2 of the Aries Moon, fire sign, impulsive action oriented Aries. And so we are here to do the things that we need to do to make the things we want to have happen happen. I'm Marina Orms here with your Astro Vibe for Wednesday, November 13th. And we're heading towards Friday's full moon in Taurus. Will be a shake up full moon with the moon joining up with Uranus. The sun is currently heading into its opposition with Uranus, bringing that duality, that polarity between the Scorpio and Taurus energies. Taurus being how we show up in the earth plane, on the earth plane, in the physical world, what is tangible, what is real, what we can taste, touch, hear, feel, and describe. And the sun is in mysterious Scorpio. So we have that energy of complexity, mystery, emotion, things that don't necessarily make sense. And so that polarity is starting to be felt. We are working through this energy of the opposition between authentic energy of Uranus and the way that we need to show up, to share, to shine our light, to be creative in Scorpio. Other oppositions happening this week, getting closer. Um, uh, Mercury opposing Jupiter. So Mercury in Sagittarius getting ready to oppose Jupiter in Gemini. So themes of how we tell the story. What is our belief system? What are we going to trust in terms of information, the narrative? Who's telling the story? Asking those bigger picture questions about what is the information? Where is it coming from? Who can we trust? Coming back to that Scorpio Taurus energy, who can we trust? And ultimately, we have to trust ourselves in this deeper connection to our inner knowing. So, trusting ourselves, trusting what feels right, but also before we make that decision, before we make that Aries decision about what is right, taking that extra moment to feel in to our bodies and connect with the earth, to get grounded, to remember who we are, because this Uranus and Taurus energy is about connecting to what we are authentically in our incarnation, in our physical being, what we experience as real, and doing what is real in a way that is very authentic. It doesn't have to fit society's expectations. So, being who we are in our bodies, in our voices, in our ways of showing up in the world, is part of the work of Uranus in Taurus. It's embodying freedom, it's embodying authenticity, it's embodying change. And so we've got that theme going on. We are deepening into that ability to trust ourselves and who we are. And at the same time, we are experiencing this instability, right? The planet of earthquakes is in the sign of Earth, the sign of Taurus, about land and earth and what's solid and what we can count on is being shaken up, is being going through the process of change and unexpected developments. And so we are working through this energetic as these cycles unfold astrologically. So we've got heading toward that exact Sun Uranus opposition. We have the Jupiter heading toward that exact or I'm sorry, Mercury heading toward that exact opposition to Jupiter. Again, themes of what is the narrative, who is telling the story, where is the information coming from, is it something we believe, and if so, why do we believe it, and are we asking those deeper questions? So those themes very active as well. And how do we want to tell the story, right? Again, coming back to that place of authenticity and how to share from that, from our freedom, from our need to be who we are. And so thinking about how you want to tell this story and what is the story you want to tell to your children, your grandchildren, your friends, your family, all of the ways that you get to participate in what is changing and how that ultimately shapes up. So we've also got the Mars-Pluto opposition, which is actually now separating. It's moving apart, but still within range or orb of an exact opposition. Not exact, but within orb of an opposition. And so that energy of the Mars needing to act creatively, Leo energy, self-expression, find your voice, be who you are, share what you need to share, show up. And so this Aries moon is about how you are taking action, what you are doing to participate in the way that the world sorts these things out. All of these things that are showing up as oppositions, as polarities and polarizing forces, as dualities, as conflict or differing opinions. And so bring yourself to the table, show up, take action, share who you are, and do what feels true and right and important to you after you get grounded. So yesterday I was sharing about the importance of remembering who you are before you take impulsive action, which can is what Aries can lead to. So instead of being unconsciously impulsive, we can be consciously proactive and courageous. So we want to be consciously courageous, and we can use that Aries moon energy to show up in ways that are moving things in the direction that is important to each of us. So that's how you want to think about self-care. Aries is one of the three fire signs, and they're all about action, but Aries in particular is really pure action, essence, energy. It is movement without thinking. And so again, instead of moving without thinking in an unconscious way, you want to move without thinking from that place of clarity and truth. And so to do that, you need to connect with yourself, remember who you are, get clear about what's important to you. And then when you take action, it will be in alignment with what you find important. So think about that and what you need to do, right? Maybe there's a phone call you need to make, or an action item on your to-do list, or maybe you need to show up for something you believe in. But it's about taking those action steps today. So think about what action steps you need to take, and that is part of your self-care. Self-care, remember, includes mind, body, spirit, and emotion. And so the spirit part is the fire part. And that is the part where we do something. We move, we take action, we take a risk. So think about it that way. All right, thanks for being here. I'm Marina Orms, and you can learn more about me and how to work with me at astrologyheals.com. Check out my website for the different options I have, and book some time to look at your own natal chart and get some of these insights into how these energies show up for you, what transits are active for you, and how you can think about them to optimize your own living of your own potential, your highest potential. All right. Thanks for subscribing. I appreciate you, and I will see you next time. Bye for now.